Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the 2019 governor election results and the 2019 election results in Virginia and seeing exactly what happened, what did I get right, what did I get wrong, and without further ado, let's get right into it. So Andy Beshear pulled off an upset victory in Kentucky. This is not something I saw coming. Andy Beshear did win by just 4,000, 5,000 votes in the state of Kentucky. They actually have not called the race yet, but I do expect them to call it any, hour now for Beshear. There might be some provisional ballots somewhere, but those are probably, if anything, going to favor Beshear. So, it's looking like Trump may have had an effect on this race for the positive, however, and a lot of people are going to be talking to me, said that I was biased because I got this wrong. A lot of the Democrats that I've been talking to actually expected Bevin to pull off a victory. The polls, the aggregate was relatively close, but we did miss some polling data, and I'll get to this in a second. Now, it's ironic how many counties he actually won in Kentucky, because this was 2016. Every single county except for three were safe. One, which is Lexington, was likely D. One was lean R, which was Franklin, which is where Frankfort is. I believe it's a college town. And Louisville, which Trump still broke 40% in for an urban center county. So, Trump did very well. Bevin was just unpopular. The teacher strike, being a dick, things like that just really doomed him in the state. And you look at certain things happening. He did outperform his last performance in a few counties, ironically enough, but in the big cities, Lexington, Louisville, they just caught up to him and he went down. Now, Donald Trump tweeted about this, saying, "Election night won 5 out of 6 elections in Kentucky," which is true. Down ballot, Republicans did very well. Daniel Cameron here, which is a Republican, became Kentucky's first black attorney general ever. This is historic news. You have a black AG in Kentucky, and he is now a Republican. So take that, Democrats. Now, I don't know how they'll spin this one into Republicans are evil, they don't like black people or something, but whatever. That's beside the point. They flipped some races statewide. You have the first Republican AG in years. And by the way, in Kentucky, Republican has never won re-election for governor. But Democrats have. As recent as 2011, Steve Beshear, which is Andy Beshear's father, was very popular and won by 20. And this is exactly what the map would have looked like right here. This is what the map would have looked like if Donald Trump didn't exist. Bevin was a very unpopular candidate going against a person who had a lot of political clout in the state, Steve Beshear's son, I believe, Andy Beshear. So it's not something surprising. Beshear's not one of those crazy Democrats. He's not like an AOC. He's not even like a Chuck Schumer, Pelosi. He's more populist, more grounded. He is a part of a dynasty in Kentucky, so he is sort of an elitist. But Bevin was just super unpopular, and Bevin was his own downfall. And Trump also tweeted that Matt Bevin picked up 15 points in the last days. Well, Democrats are going to pounce over this and say, "What are you talking about? It's crazy." Well, no, it's not crazy. The polls actually showed Beshear up by 19. I missed this poll. It didn't show up in the aggregate, but I was misled by this one poll having Bevin up 6, but this was a Republican internal poll, and this was much more accurate, by the way, than this poll. This market research poll showed Bevin behind by 20 points, so maybe Trump had a positive effect. And you'll see this happening as well. I talk about 2011, how an unpopular Republican lost to a decently popular Democrat. And you saw the same thing in 2007 as well. I don't know when the last time a Republican won. I think Ernie Fletcher, he was the last incumbent. He won by 11, and he lost by 20. So I don't think this is much indication for 2020. I still think the counties out here, the counties that have never gone for the Republicans, like Elliott County, Kentucky, which went for Trump by 50 points out of nowhere, but did go for Beshear. I think maybe down ballot, the Republicans did a little bit better in some of these places, and I think it's all a great night for Republicans in Kentucky, even though they lost the governorship because Bevin was just so unpopular and atrocious. But that leads us, now we're done with Kentucky, we can talk about Mississippi. Now, the polls in Mississippi showed it being tight. Hood up in some polls, Reeves up in others. I said Reeves would win by less than 2%, and I was proven wrong. So the people that want to call me biased, I guess I was biased to the Democrats because in the 3 governorship races so far, I favored the Democrats in 2 of them. Reeves won by roughly 7 points. He actually outperformed past Republicans in the western counties. He outperformed Trump, I think, in a few of these counties out here. But in the red counties, the whiter counties, the Tate Reeves did not do so well. Jim Hood was a great candidate. Tate Reeves was unpopular, but Reeves still won. And Trump tweeted about Mississippi moving the numbers from a tie to a big win. He's fact check true. So Trump, the media will say he's lying about it. He's really not. Mississippi, again, he did worse than Trump, but he actually, I think it was roughly the same margin in Mississippi that you saw in the special election between Cindy Hyde-Smith and Mike Espy. So, I mean, it's not like it was a big win for the Democrats. The Democrats actually lost every statewide race they had incumbency in the state of Mississippi, and they lost the Attorney General and Secretary of State position in the state of Kentucky. And the state of Virginia, I don't have a map, but Republicans in Virginia did very poorly. They lost both chambers, but again, it shows Virginia is just cucking to the establishment here. Donald Trump didn't really talk about it, but New Jersey Republicans actually gained some seats, though, so it's kind of a white pill on that front. It's not necessarily all bad. It was kind of a mixed day for Republicans, and we'll watch Louisiana. I think that it will be a very narrow victory for the Republicans, but I could be proven wrong again. We'll see. But thanks everybody for watching. Please like this video. Please comment down below. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications. Join the Discord. Follow me on social media. And donate to the Patreon. The links for those are in the description. So thanks everybody for watching, guys. Red Eagle, out.